Look at this. So we were originally looking at doing a standard sheetrock ceiling, but to do that, you have to have a lift. We have to be able to get 4-foot by 8-foot sheets of sheetrock up on the ceiling and secure them without having issues. And with 2 women out here alone, that was kind of a challenge. So we decided to go with the carsiding. I'd seen a picture of it on Pinterest or something like that, and I really liked the look of it. So we chose carsiding. And we went with the 6-inch boards, and each of the 6-inch boards are actually closer to like 5.5 inches wide, but each one of them has a groove on it to make it look like you've got a double board up there. It isn't too hard to install once you get the hang of it. I would have to say though that the sooner you get the wood up after delivery, the better. As it sits outside, it has a chance to dry out, and when it dries out, it'll warp and become less flexible. So you kind of have issues with getting things to line up the way you want if your wood is older.
If you are intending to paint or stain it, I would highly suggest doing it beforehand. With what we're going with, we're going to stain it, and we have to precondition it, we have to stain it and sand between coats and top coat, and it's going to be a lot of overhead work. So if you have the ability to pre-stain it, I would suggest doing that while it's, on the ground and more easily managed.
So I am cutting this insulation down because this is where our attic space is going, or attic opening at least is going, and it's not fun climbing through insulation to get up there. So I cut the paper with, just a box cutter, and I'm going through with scissors to cut the insulation. And yes, it will dull your scissors, but it goes a heck of a lot faster. And you want to be careful of any electrical cords that you have in your attic space. So don't go crazy with your scissors. Make sure that you're looking for any wires, because we've got one right here, if you can see it.
So the carsiding that we had delivered, for the most part, looked very good. But there were quite a few boards where either the tongue of the board was missing or cut off, or the groove side, a lot of the grooves were crushed. Not a lot, but several pieces of the grooves were crushed. So, when they say to order extra, it's not necessarily because you're going to screw up on your end. It's because there are screw ups in the wood that you need to compensate for. So now we've got most of our house done, with the exception of 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom. And we're hoping that we can get the same carsiding again and that we don't have something completely different for those last 2 rooms.